I walk around on pins and needles, around people I can't even name. I keep on passing church steeples, praying that my God is still the same. I've been wandering like a fool too blind to see. Maybe it ain't the bottle that I need a shot of holy water. I need it to chase down my demons and burn them just a little bit hotter. I've been having drinks with the devil in this neon town. I need a shot of holy water, wash it down. Lost in the land of smoke and mirrors, I do my best to just steer clear of my yesterdays. I've been running so long now, running from myself, tired of running away. I'm still trying to get through to the man I want to be. Maybe I'm not so gone that I can't see. I need a shot of holy water. Need it to chase down my demons and burn them just a little bit hotter. I've been having drinks with the devil in this neon shot of holy water. I need a shot of holy water. I need a shot of holy water. I need a shot of holy water. Need it to chase down the demons and burn them just a little bit hotter. I've been having drinks with the devil in this neon town. I need a shot of holy water to wash it down.
What is going on, my friends? I am so glad to see you here. I'm so sorry that I'm extremely late. Extremely late. I am extremely late. And we kind of switched things up on you. We're going live on the Lady Justice channel tonight, which she's going to do most of the talking anyway. So, you know, whatever happens, happens. We will see. I'm going to unmute myself in this chat. That way she knows that I'm here. If I can do that somehow. I think I'm still on the Truth Bomb name here. Stephanie. Muted. All right, I'm closing out. Well, I'm going to see if I can go back in. But welcome, guys. I hope everybody's doing great tonight, today, tomorrow, whatever the hell the day it is for you. And there's a few things we're going to talk about. I'm sure this is not going to last too long, but oh, man. What a week, guys. It's like every time I come on this thing, it's like, what a week, guys. You know? We hear different shit. We hear different things. We hear people throwing shit out. The president is up to something with this mask shit. I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm sure Lady Justice might talk about that. But it's good to be with you guys. And oh, there I go. I can't get this little YouTube button to work over here with the number of people that are in this chat, so I don't know. But other than that, let's hand it off to the best guest / hostess on the planet. Miss KL, how are you? No, my dog is not named KO. I don't know where she's at, but I thought she clicked in. You gotta unmute. There she is. Miss KO, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Or should I say, Miss Lady Justice, how are you?
Either way.
Well,
I'm good. How about yourself?
You know how I roll, so. Well, this is another Truth Bomb takeover of the Lady Justice channel, which it's not the first.
No, it's not the first.
It probably
won't be the last.
It probably won't be the last either. But I'm glad to be here. I didn't do anything on my channel tonight because I plan to do it tomorrow at, I think it will be my third Lakeside chat on Friday night. So I plan to do mine on tomorrow night, probably about 10, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So, but I came live and we're gonna party with you. So,
Okay. Well, I know that I had promised to go back on my channel about 4 days ago to talk about the video that I finally was able to upload, the nurse Erin video. I don't know if everyone in the chat had a chance to watch that, or I think a few did. I've also invited some people that I know for sure had a chance to watch it because I'd like to get their feedback, but I wanted to discuss that and maybe just discuss a few other things. I can't be on here very long myself. We're going on pretty late. So did you have a chance to watch that video, TV?
Do me a favor though. You take all your stuff
I did watch the video, but you have a ton of interference coming into the chat. A ton.
Do I? Okay. Let me see what I can do about that. Hold on one second.
All right, while she's doing that, oh man, let me tell you guys, I've done this. I like to keep a positive attitude about everything. Keeping it real says heartful action. I don't know what that means, but hey, I spend every weekend at Lake Hartwell, no matter what. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Charles Music. I mean, I do have the Lady Justice controls as we speak, so I don't ban anyone unless she has her name under KL. She can do it. I'm just here to keep up the magic. Well, keeping it real, I'll be there tomorrow. Why don't you keep it real and drive by me? Get on the boat, have a beer or something. Who knows?
How about now?
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
You sound like you was
Might
in a
have
factory of
just
TVs and y'all were trying to play them all.
Oh, you know how people roll in my house. I think that when I'm on a live, it doesn't mean that I'm actually talking to other people. I think sometimes they think I'm talking to myself on the computer, so it doesn't really matter what kind of background noise can be heard. So anyway, I did want to talk about that. I did invite Charles Music to come on. He is honestly the reason why we are live right now, because I had completely forgotten about it, to be honest with you. And I think he's been very excited about talking about this video. So I invited him to come on. I think, Charles, if you want to come on to the chat and give us your 2 cents on the video, that would be great. And for you, those of you who haven't watched the video, it is on my channel. So if you want to catch it's about an hour long, maybe a little bit longer than an hour and 10 minutes, I think, if you want to click on that after we're done with this live and take a gander. It's about a nurse who volunteered. She's a nurse from Florida who volunteered under a FEMA program to go and assist at hospitals that were in desperate need in the COVID debacle in New York. And she got assigned to Elmhurst Hospital. And what she was witnessing was so ghastly, and horrifying to her that she decided to go undercover and record her interactions with doctors and her complete and utter shock and horror at how these patients were treated, how they were logged as COVID patients when they weren't really COVID patients, how they were so desperate to put people on ventilators, and pretty much 99.9% of the time these people didn't survive. So it's a really eye-opening video. There's a lot of information in it. She does record interactions and conversations she had with other nurses and doctors. And I mean, for me personally, it got me pretty angry. I got pretty emotional and angry about it. So
I don't know what.
how about,
That's our options for tonight.
we got anybody in here yet? Nope, not Charles, sorry. I'm gonna have more background noise.
Chelsea read the hush.
Right?
You're smart enough to pick up on that. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Tell
So,
them we're busy.
yeah, well, you know.
Did I see Mr. Dalen Borden in here earlier? I'm pretty
believe
sure
he
I did.
did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Comes in, and he
We
dips
got
out.
something that just happened on.
Charles Music.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What's your 2 cents tonight?
On the video,
Sure.
you was talking about how it made you mad
Time out.
the whole time.
Time out.
Okay.
We're not taking cents anymore. That's just gone.
No, we need all the cents we can. There's a shortage.
Yeah, but nobody has 2 cents anymore, so it's gone.
I have several hundred cents.
All right, continue on.
No,
Tell
I was
me.
just.
I have several hundred cents. Oh. Are we good?
Yeah, I'm here. I just had to turn down the volume on my tablet.
There you go. All right. What do you think of the video?
Well, my opinion of the video is that I heard you a while ago. You say that it made you mad. It pissed you off. Well, the whole entire time I was watching it, it pissed me off because it was extremely, extremely eye-opening, especially for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
What was your opinion? Of
I am
what was
so sorry,
occurring with
KL.
COVID
Could you give me just 1 second? I am so sorry.
Sure. No problem. I know how it is.
While he's doing that, by the way, I got a lot of control here tonight, so I'm making Dalen Borden a mod. You can change it tomorrow if you like, but I'm doing that.
All right.
Frosty! Miss Angela G. Not my channel, I didn't go through it, so keeping it real. The hell? You got people in your chat I can't even pronounce. Does that say ad? Aardvark Zorse? Sure. Plain and simple truth. Chapter marks. Miss Jen G in the house. I ain't seen you in a long time. Hello, beautiful. I think Jen G quit subscribing to my channel. That's a shame.
I'm sure not.
I ain't seen her. Dude, that's the first time I've seen her. I can't tell you how long.
I haven't seen her for a while either.
Although
Maybe she's just
YouTube might have
been
unsubscribed to her. I don't know. They're good in that.
Who's Charles?
I think he's doing something, but oh my lord, dude, we're in time to vacuum cleaner. Who vacuums at 1 o'clock in the morning? Who does that?
Definitely not a vacuum. Jeez, man, I can't get a break. I
Is that a
swear.
blender? I mean, we blended up drinks? Okay, I'm good with that.
No, it's not. It's a
Morning margarita. See, keeping it real. It says morning margarita.
Do we have any of those patch repair kits?
How about you put that sumbitch on live and let him talk and see, and you make as much noise as you can do in the background. See how he feels about it.
I know. I don't know how many times I have to explain it. It doesn't matter.
I know that
We
guy,
live
and
in
he's
a
a
totally
great
different
people,
world.
by the way. Lord Jesus, help us all.
I'm just trying to fix her bed.
Charles coming back?
I don't know, but I have something to say, so I'll just say it until he does get back.
All right.
I think he's coming back. I'm not sure, but all right. So we've been tested all this week. We've even been tested with our president, our own president, telling us to wear a mask, which he hasn't done before, and then now he's doing it. And I see it as you can see it as he is a traitor to the country, if you like. I don't personally see it that way. I see it as that son of a bitch is playing a game. He is playing chess where others are playing checkers. And that to me, thank good God, she's quiet now. But he,
Back.
oh Lord. He's playing chess while they are playing checkers, and I think this mask thing has to do something with the voting. So you have to take into consideration that he is playing all angles here, and because I know the first time I seen it, I know LJ, I talk to her every day, and you know it's kind of disappointing to hear him say that because who's going to pick up on that? Governors, mayors, county leaders, or whatever, and they're going to make us all wear masks. So, but I feel there's a chess game being played here, and that's just my opinion. It's not hers. It's not anybody else's. That's just mine. But
Well, talking about the masks and you know, encouraging the use of masks, it's definitely a strategic move. There's definitely something behind it. I do still have my problems with it, you know, but I also still have a voice as an individual, as an American, and as a patriot, and I will use it. So, you know, I don't feel that it's something that you know, can be mandated for each individual person. I commend the stores, the businesses that are taking incredible backlash for not complying and caving in to, you know, this mob-like mentality on social media from, you know, from quote people, you know, which some of them I don't think are actually people, you know, quite a few of them, but there are businesses that are
all right. Somehow we lost her. I have no idea. Maybe she'll be back.
Damn it.
You
I'm
there?
here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. What did you hear last?
You were good. I mean,
He
2
was
seconds.
talking about stores.
Okay. I have a Midwestern grocery store chain in that's, I think it's in Missouri, it's in Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa. Not sure all of the other locations, but they decided they're getting incredible backlash for not mandating masks. So they decided they went and purchased 3 million masks, and starting July 27th, they started a Mask It Up campaign. Mask it up to stop COVID-19, but it's your choice. It's your choice. They'll hand it to you at the door if you want to wear it. Cool. If you don't, cool. And you got to hand it to them. I am too. Absolutely.
I'm okay. I'm
Because
okay with that.
if it's your choice, wear a mask. If you feel that 70 plus years of research and scientific data is worthless, and it's somehow going to protect you from a virus, and the small advantages to wearing a mask outweigh the large disadvantages and harmful effects, and you're cool with that for yourself, then wear your mask. But don't try and push me on it. And if you socially distance from me and you have your muzzle on, then you should be completely safe. You'll be fine. And that's how I feel about it.
I love your name for it.
Well, that's what it is. And
You don't call it a mask. You call it a muzzle.
yes. The grocery store chain name is Hy-Vee, by the way, just in case anybody in the Midwest doesn't know that. And you should shop there to show your support. And no, I don't work there, and I don't own any stock. It's employee owned, by the way. But but that I commend them. I also commend the fact that Walgreens stores, even though they do have a quote mandatory mask policy, however, they will not be confronting you if you come into the store without one, because they do not feel that they want to put their employees at risk in order to confront someone who isn't wearing a mask. So,
Well, from my experience this week, we had to go into Home Depot to purchase something for a customer, and we thought we would have to wear a mask, but didn't end up that way. People just went in there maskless and came out maskless. Excuse me. I don't know how strict they are in doing this, but my friend Chetty J has been into a few stores now that I've seen, and she just threw the medical exempt card at them, and they can't ask any questions. So, I mean, you take that for whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to do, but
Where I live, there is a kind of a. I mean, I don't think the name is like a local thing, the name of the store, but the person that runs this store close to where I live, he doesn't enforce the mask either. So that's usually where we go to shop.
we are the media. We are the media. Way too much background noise. Well, you will have that. I'm gonna lay Justice.
Yes, we will.
You will have that. She has things going on in the background. That's nothing I can stop. There is no background here. There's no background on Charles. So
I was on
It's-
mute. What are you talking about?
It's either deal with it or see you later.
Me?
she said that a few times.
Somebody in the chat said there's way too much background noise, so We were just
Yeah,
saying,
well,
there's going to be noise.
that's the way it goes sometimes around here. I got a life to live, people, on top of trying to maintain this channel and 100 other things I'm trying to do. So, it should make you feel closer to me. If you want to know the truth, I mean, you get to hear my daily life on a regular basis. I'm
Yeah,
the
we
real
feel like
human
we're right there
with
with
real
you.
things going on.
Lord Jesus,
That's the way it goes.
try talking to her on the phone.
I
She
couldn't
is
imagine.
all over the damn place. Like, it's like, hey, you heard that? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you sure?
How do you think I got so good at multitasking? You know? I mean,
Well, at least you're not eating your ice, right?
not yet, but we'll see how this goes. So anyway, we got off on a mask tangent because Charles, we were waiting for you to come back and talk about
Yeah,
the
sorry about that.
video. No, that's fine. So if you want to
What?
continue where you left off, you were angry and open your eyes.
Well, did you ask me like what I thought about the COVID before I saw the video?
Yes, I did.
Well, I've always thought, 98% of it was bull crap, and I've always said that from the beginning. Even before we started talking about it on here, when I started seeing it come around on TV, I even told my family, this is what they're going to make you do. It's going to be bull crap and blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, I guess what really upset me about the video is, like, I guess in the back of my mind, I knew, or not really knew, but I kind of figured how the nurses and doctors would treat the COVID patients, or whatever they have, patients. But until you actually see somebody that was like on the front line and talking about it, and you see how bad it bothered her, what the other nurses and what the other doctors were doing, like, I don't know, that's what really opened my eyes. It's like, you really know 100% now. And I'm sure it's more than this one hospital. This is just this hospital that we got to see. I mean, It was like they would much rather these people die than try to save them, and it all come back to money. Like, that's the way I took it.
True, and the reality is, I mean, do you really think that these people develop these, harsh attitudes towards their patients just because they're COVID or allegedly COVID? It's would tend to believe that this is how they've treated a lot of patients, over the course of their.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these were residents. Some of them were fellows. One was a dentist. I mean, for Pete's sake,
And especially I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
No, like I don't know if these, in people in the chat that's seen it, but especially the second video, because it just kind of went through, a couple days ago. So maybe most people haven't got a chance to see the second video, but the very end of it is unreal. Like, it is unbelievably sad.
It is.
Where she,
is. When she tells the story about the man who was
the
getting
one
better.
patient. Yes. Yeah, she, she's like, the whole time, everybody's dying, and she's, it's just crazy.
Absolutely heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. But, I mean, thank God for people like Erin who are willing to speak out and, risk their lives, really. I mean, you don't know what could happen to her.
Right.
Based on her being so courageous. She is a nurse that has spoken out on several different topics over the years. She formed a Freedom Alliance in Florida. She's spoken out for several years on vaccinations. She actually had a son who suffered horribly from vaccination damage. And she also had I believe several years of military nursing experience as well as civilian nursing experience. I think civilian nursing since 2012. So this isn't someone who, you know, hasn't been through the gamut as far as, you know, things being a little tough or situations that, you know, are probably not handled with kid gloves, especially when you're looking at being a military nurse. So this isn't someone that would be extra sensitive to these types of situations or exaggerating the situations based on, you know, their own personal feelings, where they might be a little more sensitive to
Right.
to what was going on. I mean, and that made it even more glaringly obvious that, you know, that there has been horrible abuse occurring under the guise of COVID-19. And obviously this abuse didn't just start with COVID-19. I believe Terry in the chat said that she's been a nurse, or she was a nurse, and that that this is nothing new. And this was, I believe, a county hospital that she was at. But
I think, yeah, I think so.
yeah, it shouldn't matter though. Absolutely
No.
shouldn't matter. It shouldn't make a difference at all.
And she says in the video, she says, I have zero to gain for doing this. All I have is stuff to lose for doing this. And that's so
Absolutely.
true. I mean, you know, this could ruin her career coming out like this. But I'm glad that, you know, for lack of a better term, I'm glad she had the balls to step up and do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's very courageous. And I hope everyone who's in the chat, if you haven't seen the video, it is on this channel. It's called Knowledge is a Weapon. So if you haven't seen it, you know, take a little bit of time. It's well worth the hour and 10 minutes to watch, and share it. I mean, download it, re-platform it, you know, put it on social media, tell your friends and family about it, have people look at this, because people need to know that this is happening. People need to understand how serious this is. And people also need to understand how much we've been lied to. If you combine this with the fact that, you know, that with the reporting that's out there, I mean, there are daily stories coming out right now about the misreporting on COVID-19 cases. There are daily stories coming out about, you know, there were several testing sites in Florida that were smaller testing sites that reported 100% positivity for their COVID testing, when the highest a location really had was about 28% positive. There were over 4,000 cases that were logged as positive cases in Texas, when they were actually only probable cases and were never even tested. There were more stories that came out today where there were 90 tests in one location that were misreported, reported incorrectly as positive. I mean, if you take that into consideration, along with, you know, that several states currently, and, you know, and through the height of the COVID, you know, our quote first wave, where, you know, deaths were reported incorrectly as far as COVID-19. Then you add another layer to that, you know, over 50% of these cases are actually in nursing homes or long-term care facilities, where they were subjected to this virus on purpose.
Yeah,
You know?
almost like it was an experiment.
Right.
You know,
When we have the flu, you know, you know, through the 17-18 and 18-19 flu season, killed 3 times as many people as COVID-19, allegedly. I mean, I don't believe the flu numbers either, if you want to know the truth. But the fact of the matter is, a large, you know, an alarming amount of people had pre-existing conditions. Most of those people in nursing homes, they knew that they were at risk to die. They knew it. Now I don't think TV knows he's got background noise.
and you know, in the video, in the video, it just shows like a couple people that tested negative, but they said was positive, right?
Yes.
Imagine that was just one hospital, just a couple patients that she knew.
Oh, she
Imagine
said
all
about
the
half.
right.
She said,
So imagine
that, out of all the patients there that were quote COVID, she said only about half were actually COVID. And that was
right.
a COVID hospital. The whole hospital was COVID allegedly,
They were putting
you know?
non-COVID patients with COVID patients in that
Yep.
hospital. And imagine that's just
Yeah.
one hospital in one state. Imagine all the hospitals combined in the country. You know, it's just unreal.
It is unreal.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I mean, you came up with the Miss Lady Justice. You came up with the screenshot that 90,000 were positive for COVID, or and 11,000 were actually positive for COVID, and the other 80,000 were, I don't know what, flu, pneumonia. I mean, you still have that screenshot, I'm sure. And that was what,
Right.
2 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah, those numbers have just increased as far as, that they were listed as probable cases. And in regards to all of this, though, I mean, in the scheme of things, when we're ramping up these mask mandates, states are just hopping on the bandwagon to for governors to put in mask mandates, or local municipalities are, trying to enforce the mask mandate. If you look at these states, the mortality rate has actually dropped drastically. I mean, if you even want to believe that the testing, which is increasing, more and more and more and more people are getting tested, but the mortality rate is dropping significantly. I know personally of a business that's in the vicinity of where I live, where I think about 8 people actually got, tested positive for COVID. And the worst, and we're talking some older people too. There were people that tested positive that are in their 60s, some with, some underlying conditions, or, have been previous smokers, that kind of thing. And the worst condition that they had, one of them, felt really tired one afternoon and took a nap for like 4 hours. And one of them had a bad cough. That's it. Or not even a bad cough. It was a slight cough, like a dry cough. That is it. Out of 8 people, those are the symptoms they've had. A lot of them didn't have symptoms at all. And one of them went and got tested on a Thursday, had to wait 2 to 3 days for those tests. But then someone that they worked with came back positive the next day, and they were the manager of this department. They were going to have to shut the department down. So they went and got tested the following day, the Friday, at a location where you can get an immediate answer on the test. I told this story last week, but an immediate answer on the test, and that test came back negative, the immediate answer test. But then the following day, they got the results back from the Thursday test, and it came back positive. How does that work? Not to mention that his girlfriend tested negative, and his daughter tested negative, and they both live with him. So, we've got a lot of anomalies going on with this virus that I'm just not really comfortable with. And I'm also not comfortable with the fact that we, completely disregard, years and years and years of scientific data in regards to these masks, in regards to medications that are used for viruses, in regards to treatments. We're kind of acting like we're this third world country where we really don't even have answers or quality medical care or research that we can rely on. Why have we spent trillions of dollars with these agencies and the Department of Health to do all of this research for this many years if we're just going to throw it out the window for one novel virus. I want that money back. How about
Yeah, it
you?
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Not at all.
That's like a lot of these athletes that are testing positive for it. None of them have. I can't say none of them, but most of them actually have come out and said, "Hey, I didn't experience no symptoms at all. I had to get tested to play whatever sport. It came back positive. They showed no signs whatsoever of any kind of virus, but somehow they still tested positive for it."
Amazing. Or the racer, Jimmy Johnson, who got tested, he was positive, then 2 or 3 days later, he tested again, and he's all of a sudden negative. Didn't that happen?
just like this newest case in NBA, this guy, his name is Russell Westbrook. He tested positive and couldn't join his team in Florida, where all the guys are in what they call the bubble. And he came out on some kind of social media platform saying he tested positive. Within 4 days, he was down at the bubble in Florida. I guess he was fine after like 4 days.
Well, and that's the problem. You know, I mean, there are just so many problems. So, in regards to what I see Trump doing right now, because I can't. You know, I know that he recognizes that this information is correct. Why the hell would they have the CDC stepping, you know, aside? They're sidestepping them and having the testing results sent right to the White House if, you know, they felt everything was on the up and up, right?
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, so,
That should
and
be a big
after
clue.
that, right? This was within the last 2 weeks, wasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
so now we have the testing going right to the White House. We're not allowing the medical, you know, the fear mongers to be at these press conferences this week. You know, you can't. The masks are most definitely a strategic move. They're absolutely a strategic move.
Well, there's a county
You
in
know.
Florida that is saying that you have to wear your mask inside the house now. Yeah.
Who's policing that?
Broward County, something like that, in Florida.
Imagine that. That's where
Yep.
that's where David Hogg is from, isn't it?
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yep. So they said you have to wear your mask inside your house.
Like a condom. I mean, I'm not Lady Justice, guys. I'm blunt. I'm just gonna say, like a condom. Like you just inside your house, you just wear your mask. Like,
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what they're
condom, huh?
saying.
Damn, boy. Okay.
Pretty sure that's what you're talking about.
I don't see how they can do that. I mean, I
Charles,
already don't see how.
Charles, do you know that Pfizer of all people, and I'm trying to make a little bit of light out of this nonsense, but Pfizer is going to distribute and make the COVID-19 vaccine. Pfizer.
No, I did
Do
not
you
hear
know
that.
Pfizer's biggest thing that they've ever had on this planet? Viagra.
No. Oh yeah.
So we're all gonna walk around with 4-hour stiffies. That's it.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Even if you're a female, 4-hour stiffies. It's happening.
Oh man.
Lord Jesus.
I think I'll pass.
Help
I
us.
think they all just got into a room, like all these different people with different companies, and they gave it to the highest bidder.
Pfizer won that, by the way.
Well, I mean, the fact that, you know, we did have an announcement from, well, I mean, it was during an interview, but I do expect that we're going to see a lot of ramp up on many different levels over the next 4 weeks. Trump may, pulled a 5D chess move on the DACA information, and he's going to use that Supreme Court decision on DACA to move forward with, unwielding executive power on many different things. One of those things is going to be health care. And the plan that he'll introduce should be very interesting. Another thing will be immigration. And, I would not be shocked if some of that wielding power has some association with child abuse and child trafficking. So I do think that we are most definitely going to see things ramp up in the next 4 weeks. I think he'll also use that unwielding executive power to do something about the concessions that he gave in on, so to speak, in all of these negotiations for this next stimulus package. One of those being tax payroll cuts.
But I have a question for you. You see his demeanor now, right? Compared to his demeanor when we seen him, 2 months ago in April. His demeanor now is like, it looks like the guy gave in a little bit, right? Yeah, let's be honest. It looks like he gave in, right?
You could definitely get that impression, but I think
okay,
he's just
that's
going,
all I want. Yes or no? Yes or no is all I wanted.
Yeah, his body language is a little different.
like that. Yes, it looks that way.
Yes, but I want everyone in this chat to know that Trump is a chess player. He is not a checker player. Understand that. So they keep pushing this whole nonsense of mail-in ballots. Please, if I don't know how many people's in here, I can't see it, but please, guys, if you get those mail-in ballots, send that shit back to the sender that it came from. And I've never, to this point in my life, wore a mask. Not one time. Not ever. I refuse to have a mask on my face, and there is not one person that will put it on me. But
those mail-in ballots.
Hold on, Charles. Sorry. But I will wear my mask on November 3rd, and I will walk into that voting booth, and I will vote for Donald J. Trump. Because I know that's the only place that I'm going to actually be made wear that mask. And I have no problem with that. I think he's playing games, dude. I think he's playing games. And he used, in his verbiage of his mind, I guess you would say, he used the word patriot. Patriots think it's blah, blah, blah. He's playing games with these people. The dude is playing chess. We all still playing checkers. I'm telling you right now, the dude is smarter than we are. But I'll turn it back over to these guys.
No, I was just going to say that with the mail-in ballots, I think the only people that should ever use those are people that are disabled and literally cannot leave their house to go vote.
All right, Miss Lady Justice, here's your chance to disagree with me.
I don't disagree. And I suppose if I had to put on a muzzle, that would be about the only thing that would be worth doing it for.
I had to put one on when I took my daughter to her last doctor's appointment because the office that they're in, they require them.
Can I stop you there, Charles?
Yeah.
And this is what we're seeing around everywhere, especially here in South Carolina. We are seeing that grocery stores, convenience stores, everything is making you now wear a mask. So my bubble with me I have never put a mask on until this point. My bubble is getting really small. What I can do or what I can't do.
Right.
So
well, oh, sorry.
What's the next point here? Where do we go from here? Because I don't go to grocery stores, convenience stores. I order everything from fucking Amazon. I mean, and I know that everyone will say Amazon's the devil. Well, no, it's not. And I'm going to explain why. Because, yes, Benzo, yeah, he's probably part of the devil. Yes, absolutely, 100%. But what in the hell are you watching? Did somebody just die, or we need to tune into that? I mean, what are we doing here?
No, keep going.
All right. I don't even know where I was.
He said something about ordering off Amazon and that Bezos is the devil.
Bezos is the devil, yes. Okay, I can agree with that. But Bezos does not. He makes money off people. Understand that. There could be 80% of these people. I mean, just go on Amazon right now and tell me you can't find a Trump 2020 flag. You'll find 100,000 of them. And there's some of them that's going to make money. And there's some of them that actually agree with you. You are hurting American businesses when you say, Bezos, we're not going to order from Amazon. Because Bezos is an asshole. No, he's the creator. Yes, he is. But there are still American patriots trying to make a living off of Amazon. So I try to make the distinction, and I mean, you can if you want, but there are patriots on Amazon, guys. Don't. All I ask is pick and choose what you buy. But these are all American interpreters or interpreters. Yeah, they're not going to interpret anything to you. What's the word I'm looking for?
Entrepreneurs.
Yes, there you go.
Entrepreneurs.
Yes. Thank you, Charles.
Not a problem.
Interpreters. Yeah, they're all going to fucking speak Spanish to you. Thanks, Charles.
Well, I was just saying about when I had to take my daughter. I didn't want to at all, but I really didn't have no choice. It was either take her to her doctor's appointment that she had to go to, or you know what I mean? Like, what was I supposed to do in that situation? Because she has that disease, and she has to go to these doctor's appointments.
I don't have the answer for you, bro. I mean, I do not have the answer for you. Right. I don't have kids, so it's not like something that I can actually speak on. Maybe KO can. I don't know. But
I mean, I'm sure I could throw a fit, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't wearing this and blah, 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 blah. But what would that, just in that situation, I just felt like, just put it on, deal with it.
And let me say this before KO chimes in. I would probably do the same. If it's my child, if it's my breathing little human, I'd probably do anything in the world for him. So I can't say that I would do any different. But I don't have that problem.
Right.
You know, and that allows me not to wear a mask because I don't have that problem. So I can sit here and say all day long, I don't wear a mask. But I don't have children.
Right.
And for those people who don't want to wear masks, who absolutely have to wear masks because of their children, I would advise you to buy "fuck you," and everything that goes over your mouth says "fuck you." I mean, that would be mine. That would be mine. That's the only thing I got. Hell, my wife can make this for you. You want a mask that says "fuck you"? My wife can make it.
Yeah. I've been trying to get me, like, if I was going to have to wear, you can get on there and get, like, Trump mask and stuff. Why not show support if you have to wear it somewhere?
Oh no! Like I said in the beginning of this, eyeballs are closing down on me, bro. Like it's like I don't wear a mask. Never wore a mask. Never put one on my face. Don't even own one, by the way. That's not exactly true. My boss gave me a pack, but we sell them, so I mean I could put one on if I wanted to, but my thing will be that I'm not going to put that mask on. I'm not going to play to your games with you. But at the same time, I do not have children. I don't have children going back to school in the fall. I don't have children doing this or doing that or playing at the playground or whatever it is. So I'm kind of exempt from that. You know, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to talk about that when you're talking about your kids and I'm sitting here going, well, don't wear a fucking mask, you know?
Right. Well, our kids is getting a choice where my kids go to school. You can either do online, it's called virtual school, all 5 days of the week, or you can go to school for 2 days a week and do virtual school for 3 days a week. That is what our school system is doing.
Is that Joe Roscoe in the chat? I think it is. I don't know. I don't pretend to know because I don't have kids. I don't have to worry about those things. And to everyone in this chat right now who has kids that has to worry about that, including Miss Lady Justice, whose channel we're on, I commend you because you got a decision to make. You gonna let this? I'll use the words of Lady Justice. Are you gonna send your kid to a school with a muzzle? That's a question every parent has to ask herself, which I'm not one, so I just keep on keeping on. Still haven't worn a mask. Don't need to.
Some parents ain't gonna have a choice because, like, you know, especially if it's like a single mom that has to work, you know, they'll have to send their kids to school. There's nobody there to teach them or nobody there to watch over them. Or parents that both of the parents work.
Dude, that's a whole nother subject within the subject.
Oh, I know it is,
I mean,
man.
childcare. I mean, is a huge subject here. And I think
Yep.
Trump come out with a 1,000 or $105 billion plan today to give the actual people the choice to do what they want to do with their child. You can either put it in public school, put it in private school, put it in Catholic school. You can, I mean, that's what he did. He put that to the Senate today to add that into the bill of the, I guess, phase 4 economic plan, or economic stimulus, or whatever the hell they call it. Stop giving people money to stay at home. That's the dumbest shit you ever heard.
They pushed our school back. It was supposed to start like August 24th or 25th, and they've pushed it back to September 8th. So
I have no idea. I don't know. I have zero idea what's going on with the kids' side of things, except for what I hear from Miss Lady Justice. I don't have them, so I don't care. But I do care, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, man. You just don't have to worry about making that decision.
No, I don't. But I pray for those guys who do.
Right.
Those women and guys who do have to make that decision to either take the step to make their children homeschooled, or actually put them in a school and go back to work. I mean, that's a big decision.
And like,
because you're talking about you're talking about an average family making $70,000 a year, and half their salary's gone. So now we're down to one person making $35,000 a year because the mother has to stay home with the kids, or the father has to stay home with the kids. I'm not being racist here or biased. I mean, this has put the whole world in a sham, and it shouldn't be. Send the kids back to school. They're not even. I'll say it on Triple One channel. I'll be good with it. I'll just say it on my own channel.
I mean, like, with me and, KL situation, like my daughter's disease, it hurts her immune system. Like her immune system is weak. And so, that makes the decision even harder on what you should do.
Can I give you any suggestions right here live tonight on the Lady Justice channel?
You go right ahead, man.
Keep carbs out of her life.
Huh?
Keep carbs out of her life.
Oh yeah, she is on a very strict diet right now, man.
If you can keep bread, rice, wheat, flour, those kind of things out of her life, I think she'll do better.
Yeah, she can't have any kind of carbs.
Okay. Good. See? I didn't tell Charles Music. Mr. Music is on top of shit.
Yeah, man, they've had to put her on a strict diet because with this disease she has, dude, it throws her. Of course, it all messes with her thyroid. So it makes her gain weight, makes her lose weight, makes her gain weight, makes her lose weight.
Do me a favor though.
Yeah.
There are whole carts, not carts, but pints of ice cream that may be 1, 2, 3 net grams of carbs. Make sure you get that baby a couple. Because they're still kids, bro. They need sweets.
Oh, I agree, man. I agree 100%.
But there are sweets out there. A whole pint of ice cream. It's going to cost you about $6 a pint. And that's expensive, I know. But
oh yeah, we have to look at everything now before we buy
Give them
her food.
babies those pints of ice cream and let them eat. Just, you know what? Chow down. 'Cause it's not gonna hurt them, but.
Can I address something in the chat real quick, TB?
Sure, but the boss is back.
Terry, you said at Charles Music, use carbon 60, please, please. Can I ask what carbon 60 is? Because I have never heard of that.
I love Dalen.
He's crazy.
Dude's nuts. We got the background noise, but no KL, so careful what you ask for.
Okay, thank you, Terry.
I'll tell you guys one thing, and most of you are from the White Hats Discord. If you go in there and you click down the menu, they have all this healthy shit for healthy people on one like thread. So
I haven't seen that.
no pineapples, Dalen. No pineapples. I was told that last week. I remember that. No pineapples. Pineapples is bad.
Carbon 60 is also, it comes in, believe it or not, a red pill. It also comes in what you call a buckyball, and you can get it in oil also.
You know I love you to death, right? You sound
Speaking
like
of oil.
you are speaking out of a toilet.
Um,
Like you
yeah.
put your head down in the toilet and you're speaking out of it.
I'm trying to be quiet, TB. You know how it is in my house sometimes. But what was I going to talk about? I was going to tell you something. Oh, one thing you don't want to eat, though, absolutely stay away from. Make sure you read your ingredients list. Do not give your child, Charles, soybean oil. And you'd be surprised how many
Soybean
things
oil?
have soybean oil in it. Yes. Mayonnaise, almost impossible, if not impossible, to find mayonnaise without soybean oil. Frozen pizza has soybean oil in it. It's horrible for you.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
But it's especially bad for your thyroid.
I'm kidding, guys. That they are telling you
Okay.
things that's researched and everything, but I'm fat and I'll just die. But at the same time, they're telling that for your kids, not me.
Right.
Yes, I am talking to you. Not good for you.
I'm not
Not
talking to
good for anyone.
you.
I'm talking to you. It's really a bad thing for you to put in your body.
Kale is the soybean oil GMO. That was a question. Kale.
What was that?
Is the soybean oil GMO?
Yeah, yes, it's genetically modified. Yeah.
And then Terry says all soy is GMO.
Yes. Yeah, turmeric is good. So is moringa. You can buy a moringa powder, and it's actually, you can get it at the health food section of your grocery store. It's fairly inexpensive. And I mean, it comes in capsules, but you can put it in different foods. It's good for everyone.
Moringa.
Moringa. Yeah.
Oh, after the live, okay, don't hang up. I want to ask you something before you get
Okay.
off the. Okay.
Well, that's up to me.
Okay. Well, it'll only take a second, Truth Bomb. I promise.
Nobody invited you, DB. You can hang up.
It's just some personal things you don't want out to everybody.
Hell, tell my whole life I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, moringa is a great superfood. There are actually quite a few things that you can do to improve your health, your diet. Try to avoid the extras that we're all subjected to in our lives. I don't recommend this for kids, but like infrared sauna treatments are really good. I think we lost Charles. Great, now I'm stuck with you.
No, you're gonna have to deal
There
with
he
me
is.
because you have music going on in the background that I'm thinking that I'm fucking going to a different galaxy.
That is a frequency healing music. Thank you
That
very
is
much.
some weird shit, bro.
Well, that's what it is. Terry said, read my comments. I'm not,
She said avoid.
avoid canola oil. Yeah, canola oil is bad. Moringa is great. Yes, it is, Terry. All soy is GMO.
Okay. And I talk about this all the time. Oh, myself.
I am not hanging upside down currently.
Are you the one though that gets in that machine that hangs you upside down?
Yeah.
All right, I want
Was
to
it-
piss
was
some
that you?
people. I want to piss some people off, or start something.
Oh. Something new.
Can I do something like that on this channel? Am I allowed?
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna do this on the Lady Justice channel. Why there's a Truth Bomb takeover, and I'm gonna continue it on my channel. Austin Steinberg. Anybody heard of it? In the chat, if you've heard of him.
Why here?
If you've heard of him, give me a 1. If you have never heard of him, give me a 2.
I didn't even hear who you said.
That's okay, Charles. We'll figure it out.
Austin Steinbart.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going to continue this next time on my channel, but I'm thrown out here to one. Who? Yes, 1, 2. Austin Steinbart is his name. Have you ever heard of this fella? All I'm asking in the chat. He's a felon. Almost lost my headphones.
I'm pretty sure he's a liar too.
Yes, Terry. Good deal. Victor Allen, Miss Two.
I don't believe that Austin is what he claims he is, but he's not a nobody.
I agree with that.
This sounds so. I sound like I'm dialing a 1-900 number, and I'm talking to you, KL.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. That's what we're telling you.
You know, you could benefit from frequency healing music.
No,
So
you could. No, there's a lot of people you can get $2.99 an hour to benefit from that shit. Not me.
An hour? They charge that by the minute.
Or a minute, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, jeez.
how do you guys know?
A lot of
grew
late
up in
night
the-
TV.
We grew up in the 90s and 2000s. That's funny. It was all over TV. Dial 1-800 Mix-a-Lot.
Anything after 3 o'clock in the morning, it's all over TV still.
Hold on, we gotta get
Don't
back to
make-
chat.
Don't make my frequency healing music weird. Don't. Stick with
I was
your
wondering what
story.
I was wondering what that noise was though.
That's what it is. You should feel better about yourself right about now.
Nobody should feel better about it. You are hypnotizing people. It's weird.
Maybe that's her plan.
Soothing.
TV's gonna fall asleep.
No, Dalen Borden says soothing. I'm like, okay. Stand for.
Dalen understands frequencies. He does.
Actually, guys, we are actually living in the Twilight Zone. It happens.
Where were you going with the Steinberg thing? You can't just leave people hanging that said 2.
Do you know him or do you not? I mean, that was 1 or 2.
But you have to give them additional information now.
I'll do it. Austin Steinberg says that he is Q. Claims to be Q. If anybody here in here that don't know who Q is, then well, you've been living under a rock.
If they don't know, if they're in this chat and don't know who Q is, then they do not pay attention.
No. I didn't think that was self-explanatory, but apparently I was wrong. Miss Jen G, I know what those purple hearts are for. Miss Angela G, I know what those purple hearts are for. I love you. Thank you. Both. And there is a chapter mark saying, KL, what hurts are you playing?
I just answered her.
KL, is that thumping coming from what you're listening to?
I have no thumping. So nice try, Charles.
No, there is
I was
definitely
wondering.
thumping. There,
Because if it was, I was going to say, okay, because I thought it was Truth Bomb thumping on his computer.
oh no, there is no sound coming from True Bomb. It is all coming from that fucking noisy shithole. Or
There's
I
a
said
thump,
shithole.
ain't there?
Oh damn it! That noisy shit house.
It sounds like a kick drum.
There's no thump.
No, you have thumbs,
Hush.
bro.
I have no thumb.
No, you have thumbs, bro.
Oh my
You,
god.
you can go back and listen to it. You have thumbs, bro.
I mean, I could be hearing things, but
When's the thumb?
it ain't there now. But
No,
Oh,
'cause
okay.
you
How
changed
convenient.
it.
How convenient.
well,
How
You
it
convenient.
really
changed it,
was.
that's why.
It's gone now. Oh, it's gone now.
No, it's back.
Yeah, there it was again.
You guys are full of shit. Do you in the chat, anyone hear a thump? You guys hear a thump? And don't lie. Just be honest. Because I'm seeing whispering, soothing talk, therapeutic. Oh, thump. Nice timing, thumper.
Oh, why are you in here? I gotta tell you, bro. You reaching on this whole 9/11 calls. But I'm not here to judge you, bro. Do you think? This fucking music's got to go.
Well, I'm sorry, it can't. There's something I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I will make an announcement while everyone's here.
Please.
The 21 people that are in here right now, but it is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. We are interviewing Christopher Fulton on the White Hats channel on Sunday night. Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Christopher Fulton, who wrote The Inheritance on the JFK assassination. This Sunday, make sure you're there.
Can you at least put a link to the book? I don't feel like
Well,
I
I
need
can
to
put
say
it
that on your channel, but
And by the way, please buy from this link if you're going to buy the book, because it actually does not get. Oh, it didn't work as a link. I don't know why, but I'll go grab it quick. But he does not get proceeds from Amazon. So if you're going to buy it, and you can get a signed copy on this link, it's like $19.95, and like $3 for shipping.
Heck, that's what you pay for a regular book without somebody signing it.
It is an amazing book, and I will tell you, it is based on a true story. They had to condense the story down because had he written it as it actually played out, it would have been like a War and Peace sized novel. But yeah, Christopher Fulton is a very intriguing fellow. So
Never mind.
what were you going to say, Charles?
Well, when I first clicked on that link, it said the link couldn't be reached, but it went through. So
Okay.
that's why I said never mind.
guys, please buy that book.
I'm going to.
I
love to
haven't
read,
yet
so
either, so I'm not going to lie here and say I have. I haven't bought the book, but I will. Oh,
KL,
Lord.
who is that like a brother or something with him that wrote it? Because there's
Brother?
two names. Well, there's two names.
Oh,
His
Michelle.
My fault.
His wife.
Not a brother. Yeah.
He and his wife wrote it together.
I've heard all about the book, by the way. The book is amazing. I think I got the Cliff Notes without buying the Cliff Notes. If anybody, I got the Cliff Notes. But anybody that wants to read anything about JFK, then please buy that book. But they are going to interview these people. Not these people, but this guy that wrote the book.
So, and you said to order the part where it says order from us, not the Amazon part, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Yes, put that back
Okay.
in. Don't do it from Amazon. Put it in the chat. Which
Well,
you've done
yeah, because it
3
gives you
times.
3 different options on this link.
Order from us, and
Okay.
you can choose to have it personalized. I think and signed, and I think it's only without it being signed, it's like $16.95. I think for a signed copy, it's like $19.95 or something. It's well worth it, and I'm telling you, this book is a major part of history. Major part of history. We've been lied to. Absolutely a must read.
We
Yes.
all came from a Las Vegas shooting where we were lied to. But the biggest lie ever told in my lifetime, which is my opinion, is the JFK.
Yeah, it's got a 5-star rating, so
That's
Good
an
book.
incredible book.
If you like to read, please order it from that website that they put on. I haven't read
yeah,
it
that
personally, but I will.
We expect the interview to be around 2 hours or so. Again, Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be a loser.
I think it goes
Hey.
B square.
I ain't never seen a dead crowd in the white hats deal, so it'll be 500, 600, 700 plus. I don't know. I hope to be there. Again, when I go to the lake, I put the phone down. So I hope that it's at times that I can't get on the internet. But Thumper says, never mind. Y'all order that book if you like it. If you like things about JFK, please order that book. I've heard it's great. I probably should have read it by now, but I haven't. Not gonna lie.
I didn't even know it existed.
Well, I will tell you, if you're not well versed on the JFK assassination or the information surrounding it, you should be, because it plays a key role. It's actually, I feel, that a keystone to finding out the real American history from 57 years ago. And since it's integral in our daily lives today.
That's the mother of all conspiracies. Anybody disagree?
What, of the JFK?
Is the mother of
Oh,
all
yes.
conspiracies.
Most definitely.
Well, boy, there's a lot I'd like to say, but we'll wait till the interview. And thank you so much, Genji, for saying that. I try.
I already know that. I don't need to thank her or do anything for that, but Miss Kale is a boss when it comes to moms. So
Yeah, being a parent is not easy.
yeah, but
No.
could you imagine being her her child? You're like, yes, yes, ma'am. Where do I salute?
Listen, you should
Oh,
hear
I bet she's
you should
totally
hear my
different with her kids.
tone.
No, she is. I know.
I am,
I
but,
know her. I actually am one of those people that was lucky enough to know her kid, and her kid is like, will tell me what to do before I can even tell her. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No shit. Like her kid is like, she's probably more truthful than y'all people. I'm just telling you.
I just remember that. I can't remember I think it was a live. I know she came in on that live that one time, but I think she was also in one of the voice chats and she was giving everybody nicknames.
Oh, she's good at that.
Yeah. She called me Charlie Brown.
I'm hillbilly.
Well, she was giving her father advice last night on political parties and who he should vote for
Oh, that's funny.
in our Senate race.
Oh Lord, dude. She down to the Senate race, huh?
Oh yeah, she let him know that who the candidate is, the choice, and she let him know that the opposing candidate kicked out small businesses so she could move in big box store strip malls, and how wrong it is, and that she's a bad person. And she didn't actually get that from me. She got it from listening to ads on YouTube. Oh shoot! I deleted didn't mean to do that. Terry, I apologize. I did not mean to delete your comment there. And yes, my son goes to Campbell University.
Oh boy.
You didn't delete it. I did.
Oh yeah, that was you. Jeez, here I am thinking I'm Lady Justice. You dork. Tell Terry you're sorry.
Terry, I'm sorry. I didn't delete you. I just deleted the comment. Because I didn't know what she wanted out and what she didn't. So.
Oh, well, that's no secret. I mean.
Terry, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I understand why you did that. Yeah, that's not a secret though.
I didn't. I mean,
Kinda
it wasn't out of
hide
hate.
that.
I promise. I seen your son's name or your son or whatever, and I know where he goes to college, and then I was like,
I'm sorry, Terry. That was a reflex from all the flack we've gotten over the years. So he was just doing that to be protective.
I didn't delete her.
I know, I saw that.
I just
When
deleted
you
the comment. That was all.
You did it. I kept moving my screen because it keeps going dark, so I've got it on pause. And I thought I hit her and then hit delete. Thought it was me. Oh, Terry, I don't know if I could be doxxed any more than I already have been. So
At this point, we know the square footage of her house. And that's a true story. I am not lying. Oh man, am I lying? Charles?
No.
Nope.
We at this point, she's been doxed so much that we have the square footage for her house.
Yep. But it's actually not right, just so you know.
You're like, if you're going to do it right, right?
Do it right.
Yeah. If you're going to dox me, make sure everything is correct.
Don't shortchange me.
Oh, what a beautiful time. All right. Well, 1 hour and 43 minutes. I'm thinking I'm good for 17 more minutes. So I think it's time for questions or something. I don't know.
Bumper had one. Go ahead, read it.
If anybody has any questions, put them in all caps. All caps, and I'll read them off to these guys.
Well, read
Goodbye.
Bumpers. I'll do it.
Except for Numbers. He's crazy.
May I ask
but I love
everyone that's in here? I'm talking. How many people in here think that the George Floyd video was real and that it really happened? Anyone? If
Question
you think
mark.
it's real, put a 1. If you think it's not real, put a 2.
I'll have to pick up my phone for this one.
You could just state your number.
No, I'm going to put my actual number.
You better put in a 2 for Lady Justice. Jen G, you are always breaking the rules. 1 or 2.
Yeah, Jen G likes to get to it. She wanted to discuss it. I think it's already been discussed, and that shit was fake as fuck.
Yo.
Shady?
Is that Shady J?
Hello?
What's up?
Wow, Shady's on the live.
You guys are on the show?
Shady
Yeah.
J.
Are you
We've been
shitting me?
live
Welcome to the show.
No, we've been live for like an hour and 40 minutes.
Might as well stay now.
I can't hear you guys worth the shit here.
Miss Shady J, can you hear me?
I'll go out and come back in. I can't hear shit.
Damn, boy.
She said, "Are you serious?"
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she just seen in Discord, we're all in voice, so
Uh-huh.
Angela G, if you think that it wasn't staged, don't change your number, please. We still have free will in this country. We still have free will in this country.
That's right. She didn't come back.
She went
Come
in
on,
chat.
Shady.
She didn't come in. Shady, jump in. I'll change it. The George Floyd killing was nothing but absolute bullshit, and that's coming from the Truth Bomb channel. That has nothing to do with Lady Justice. That has nothing to do with Charles Music or anyone that's associated with me. I'm telling you that myself. The shit was bullshit. It was made to do exactly what it did, cause pneumonia. What's the word there? Charles, come on, help me.
I don't know what word you're looking for here, man.
Pneumonia? Whatever.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. See,
There you
Jay
go.
comes through like a boss. Pandemonium. That's what it was. It created riots across the country that are still going on today, I might add. But I guess the mainstream media got tired of covering it. It wasn't big and bad enough for them. Hey, Sherry J, you still with me?
I didn't know you guys were on a live.
Oh yeah, we're straight live on the Lady Justice channel. We're doing a truth bomb takeover on the Lady Justice channel, and I am so glad that you are here.
I didn't mean to be.
I would like you to tell me one, just one, because I've heard many. And Lord Jesus, it took me a long time to get through those Marco Polos. Can you give me just one of your stories of a mask?
Oh, geez, Louise. Well, I'll give you the most recent one. I went to Target the other night on my way home from work, and I have to pump myself up to go into these fucking places, you know. Sorry, I cussed. But
Free
so I gotta like
speech.
I gotta sit in my car, and I kind of like gotta just boost myself up, you know. I just gotta get, you know, ready to face who knows what when I walk in these doors, you know. And so I get all ready, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. You know, I'm seeing everybody go in and out of the store, you know, all muzzled up and everything. And I'm like, oh, great. So anyway, so I go in, and there's a person standing there that works there, you know, just monitoring, and, you know, I'm sure she was supposed to say something to me, but she didn't, because I didn't look at her. And if I would have made eye contact with her, she probably would have. But anyway, so I walk in, easy peasy, do my shopping, go to checkout, and the guy at the checkout, this younger guy, and he was like, you know how Target, they have, you know, they wear a headset kind of thing, you know, and I think his like manager or somebody was like, told him to tell me to get a mask, or he had one in his hand. He said, we're requiring our customers to wear these. And I'm like, I'm medically exempt. He's like, oh, okay. And then he was like, told me about his girlfriend that had asthma, and he hasn't seen her since March because she has asthma. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I really commend you. Your what did he say? He commended me for my like strength for being out without a mask and everything. Because I think he was trying to get out of me like a medical condition or something. He was trying to get me to like talk to him about what a medical condition that I had or something that I wasn't wearing a mask for, you know. And I just said, "You just can't be scared, dude." And I just left. But he was just like, I don't know. It was just weird, you know. He's like treating me like I'm some like, I don't know. I'm like risking myself, you know. So he's like commending me because I'm like out there risking myself, and I'm like, I just want to say so much, but I was just like, okay, I just gotta get out of this place. So like, if he thinks that, then all these other people probably think the same thing or worse. I don't even want to know what. But so yeah, that was my latest little episode I had out in the public.
If I'm out and about and anyone asks me what my medical condition is for not wearing a mask, I will gladly tell them. You guys want to know what it is?
Oh, bitch.
give me some give me
And fuck you.
some ideas to.
I am allergic to bullshit. Not wear the mask.
I
was
knew it
gonna
was
say-
somewhere. I knew I was in the. I knew I was somewhere near that.
I was gonna say like something like I require oxygen, or I was gonna just make somebody is gonna give me a hard time or something. I was gonna say something like that, but yeah, I could do the bullshit allergy thing. I might pull that one out.
I mean, by law, they can't even ask you what the reason is.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. They can ask you questions about your medical condition. They can't come out and ask you what it is exactly, but they can ask you questions in regards to a health condition. So just know that. And
I think that's
also,
what that. Go ahead.
But
well, I was just going to say also, the stores that, I mean, in all of them so far that I've seen, except for one, and I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I didn't look, as I didn't have time to look for this one as much as I normally would, but they all list their exceptions. People who are exempt from having to wear one based on the exceptions, which is, your medical exceptions, you're claustrophobic, you have anxiety, you're not able to wear a mask or keep one on your face because I guess, you lost an ear, whatever. Oh, no, for real.
Lost an ear, huh?
Yeah, like what if you're like a quadrup or
Oh, Jesus.
you don't you don't have hands, or you can't like
Well,
use your
I was
hands
not
to
even
put a freaking
listening,
mask
and
on.
I'm like, you lost the ear. I'm like, damn, Lord.
I was like, what's that artist?
I guess you could tie it
Picasso.
Back here.
but screw that. If the store lists the exceptions, then they have to abide by those exceptions. However, they don't list the exceptions. Their argument could be if they offer alternate options for you to, buy your goods and services, whether that's curbside pickup or delivery. That's the kind of these are the kinds of things that they're saying that they're setting up as alternate options. They all have the exceptions listed. If they have the exceptions listed, they have to provide, they have to provide the opportunity to walk through the door. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
And they all have the exceptions listed because honestly, by law, they have to, based on
Can I interrupt?
ADA.
I'm going to interrupt because I want you guys to know that where you see these no shirts, no shoes, no entrance, or whatever the hell it is, understand that every one of these people, and I'm talking Walmart, Bilo, Publix, Ingles, Menards. I don't know what a Menard is, but I know I've heard
A hardware
of it.
store.
LJ. I've heard of Lowe's, Home Depot, all these big ass retailers in the country. Understand they are at this time they are private businesses. They do not have to serve you, so you have to understand that at the same time.
What? Wait, what are you saying?
All these private businesses, public businesses, private businesses, whatever, they do not have to serve you. It's like if you go to a McDonald's. I know everybody knows what McDonald's is. They do not have to serve you.
No, you're absolutely wrong about that, actually. They cannot refuse you service based on a claimed disability. That's why we have the law in the first place. They absolutely cannot, they cannot refuse your business or refuse to provide you a service or provide you the opportunity to shop in their store if you are claiming a disability. That's illegal.
Didn't they just amend something on the ADA just before all this horse shit happened or right after it? I can't remember what it was, but it had something to do with the ADA.
That is not true here in South Carolina. They do not have to serve you.
Well, Walmart is government.
That's true everywhere.
Funded, right? So actually, Walmart
It
works for us,
doesn't
right?
matter if it's government funded. If you are doing business in the United States of America, you have to abide by certain laws to conduct business. And you absolutely, that's why you have to provide handicapped accessibility for your customers. You know, you have to provide that for people. You can't have a business. I mean, there are some that if they're you know, X amount of square footage and you only have this amount of people that can go in the business, something like that. It's very small. I mean, it's very small. There are certain businesses that are exempt from that based on, you know, being a very small operation. But stores, grocery stores, Walmarts, I don't care what it is. You know, if you're operating at that large of a capacity, they have to abide by those laws. They cannot refuse you business or not be able to offer you business based on a disability. Absolutely can't. And that's a fact.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected.
Now, what I was saying is that, you know, if you were going to take it to the next level as far as lawsuit, and they offered, there's a lawsuit going on right now against the Iron Eagle, I think it is, or the Giant Eagle. It's a grocery store chain, I think. And there's 30 plus people that are on this lawsuit that are suing them based on the ADA exceptions with the disability for the mask. And the judge said, you know, they can't throw the case out because, you know, the attorney for the grocery store chain is trying to argue that they, you know, that they can refuse service, that they can refuse service based on the fact that they'd offered alternative options for service, like curbside delivery or pickup or home delivery. And of course, if they're offering home delivery, they can't charge for it. It has to remain free. You know, if they're offering that as their option, as their alternate. However, if they also included in their policy or their mask mandate that they have exceptions based on, you know, the standard lists of exceptions that they have for disabilities, they don't really have a
See? There is God.
You guys
What
still hear me?
happened? Oh,
Okay. The judge put it back on the plaintiffs to answer. They gave them like 30 days to answer the people who are suing instead of just throwing the case out, because, you know, they know that they can't just throw the case out. This is a clear-cut case of discrimination under the ADA Act. It is. People who are out there saying that, oh, that's not true, and they can turn you away, and it's different because of this executive order. If that were true, just think about it. If that were true, why would they even have the exceptions listed in the first place? Why would they do it? Why would they put them in there if they don't have to allow the exceptions based on ADA laws? Why would they even put them in there? Just think about it. Just common sense. And there's so many people out there trying to say, oh, that's not true. ADA law doesn't apply. Yes, it freaking does. Yes, it does, or they wouldn't have it listed in there in the first place. And if they have the exceptions listed and you don't comply with your own policy on people being able to access your store or your service, and you deny them access based on your own policy allows these exceptions, how is that going to stand up in a court of law? And that to me. Anyone?
I got nothing.
I don't know.
It's because it's bullshit. And by the way, if you have a mask policy, you better damn well have it printed on what that policy is, because that's against the law too. I'm done. Go ahead.
Yeah. Put us all on the spot. That's cool.
I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm just, this is the truth. And people get so confused because there's all this, bullshit, all these shills out there on, social media trying to act like they've got a fucking law degree, excuse me, and, telling you that that's not true, giving advice that's complete bullshit. I mean, it's disgusting to me. It really is. And Charles, by the way, you were talking earlier about having to take your daughter to the doctor and wearing a mask and all that. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here to tell anybody that they should or shouldn't wear a mask.
I know that.
So you feeling, that was your responsibility as a parent, to wear a mask, in order to provide, the health care for her that, that she needs. That's your choice as a parent, but it's not your choice as a parent, to insist that I or my child has to, would have to wear a mask, to walk into the same doctor's office that you're walking into. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying, and to be honest with you, just like I said, I mean, in medical settings where there are sick people, right? Or if I had a loved one in a nursing home, and I would, and you could go and visit them, or, or you could, you were in that type of setting where, that, possibly, you could possibly put someone at risk, or even in that setting, if there were elderly people, that you were going to be around, or people with pre-existing conditions that may, feel some sort of comfort by people having masks on, and you were in a medical setting, I can't sit here and say that I, wouldn't put a mask on if I had a loved one that I was going to see in a nursing home. I can't say that I wouldn't, because I'll tell you what, the last thing I would want to do right now if I did have a loved one in a nursing home would be to not see them. People like that, especially right now, need all the support in the world. There are certain settings where I feel that, that these, that masks are could be appropriate in a medical setting where you have people who are already at risk health-wise. I mean, absolutely, that's something to consider. But, you want me to wear a mask to walk down the fucking street? You want me to wear a mask to, to pump my gas, or to go into a gas station? And let's not, ignore the fact that, I mean, masks you're not even in a sterile environment. Masks are something that, surgeons wear and nurses wear, and they're, you know, in more sterile environments. And the reason why they wear the mask, it's not to protect themselves, you know, but it's to make sure if they did happen to sneeze or cough or whatever, and, you know, they were performing surgery, or, you know, they're in a room with a higher risk person, that it doesn't have, there's no guarantee to it, but can it shield, you know, can it shield a little bit? Sure, absolutely it can shield. But are those people wearing those masks, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day outside, you know, inside in hot weather? And I went to Lowe's the other day, to the garden center. And there is this man who's working the cash register. And I mean, oh my God, it was like 98 degrees here. I mean, feels like was like 120. I mean, you couldn't even breathe when you stepped out of the car, you know? And this man, who had to have been in his 60s, probably retired, and this is his second job. And he's standing out there in that nursery with this freaking mask on his face, you know, checking people out. I mean, just an agony. And I'm just going, oh my God, you know, this is insane that this man, and trying to be super polite and, you know, and super friendly and accommodating. And he's sitting there, you know, just like you can see the agony on his face. I mean, and these are the people, you know, that their health, they're going to be at risk for any virus now because they're walking around with these masks on, you know. They're going to be at risk for, you know, for lung disease and breathing issues because they've got this mask on. They're going to be at risk for, you know, to develop lesions and stuff on their face because they're wearing this face covering in this unbelievable heat, you know, for 5, 6, 7 hours a day, standing out there in these nurseries. I mean, it's insane. This is just absolutely insane.
Have you guys seen the video? I don't know where it is, but it's a gas station. Like, it reminded me of, you said you were at the gas station or something, and you know, they have cameras everywhere, you know. The cashier inside the store, you have to have your mask on at the pump to be able to pump your gas. You have to show the cashier that you're wearing your freaking mask for them to turn the pump on. And that a bunch of horse shit? I don't think it's here. I don't know where it's at, but yeah, they're going to those extremes.
Well, okay. Did you guys see the story about the Ventura County apartment building that they locked down and tried to lock the residents either in or out of? This was just the other day because they locked it down on like the 19th, and then they lifted the lockdown. This was their homes, you know. This was an apartment building. It was a resident facility, I think. It was actually ran by the county, so it was, you know, long-term residents or maybe people with disabilities that lived there. But they had one person that fell somewhere. They fell down and they got injured, so they took them to the hospital, and they lived in this building. It didn't even happen at the building, but they fell down, you know, were injured. Took them to the hospital, and they tested them for COVID.
Oh God.
And they were positive, allegedly. Okay. And because they were positive, they went to their apartment building, notified the apartment manager that they were positive for COVID. The apartment manager then disabled, because they had like key cards to get into their apartments, disabled the key cards. So people who were out were locked out, and people that were in, you know, couldn't lock their doors if they left or anything. Somebody called the county and turned them in for it. And, you know, they were contacted and told, you know, you can't do that. You can't disable people from getting in their homes. But then the county came, the health department came to this apartment building and posted, and I have the article still, posted on the door that they quarantined these people and put them in lockdown. They couldn't leave for anything unless they were an essential worker. They couldn't leave for
Oh
groceries,
God.
for nothing. Doctor's appointments, nothing. You can only leave you were an essential worker, and they force tested the entire building. Force tested the entire building. And only one other person came up as COVID positive. So then they lifted the lockdown the next day. This is in California, people. I mean, we're not talking about China, Russia, Chernobyl. This is California.
Well, that's not surprising, though. California.
Yeah, Ventura County Health Department did it. It's in, but it should be, Charles.
Oh, you're exactly right. It should be. Yeah.
I don't even see how, as American, and I see all these people out there that, that will say things like, absolutely, they should have locked them down. They, or absolutely, make, masks a federal mandate. Are you fucking insane? What is wrong with you people?
They better not. Why are they comparing this to seat belts and clothing?
Not
How is
even the same thing.
People will get
Not
into these arguments with me about a mask is the same as a seatbelt and wearing clothes. And I'm
No.
like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think I shared that with you, Shady, where somebody had some cartoon thing where they were talking about if you have pants on and if you piss, it's not going to get on the other person. But if the other person has pants on, then, then they're even less likely to get piss on them because it's got to go through 2 pair of pants. Are you freaking serious?
Oh gosh.
Have literally lost their minds to go along with this stuff. But here's the deal. I mean, my problem, okay, seatbelts, I know that people like them, don't like them, whatever, should you be told, should that be a law that you wear a seatbelt?
It is. You get tickets.
Honestly, but should it be?
I don't think it should be.
I don't really support that law. But here's the deal. Is there data that supports that legitimately supports that a seatbelt is more than likely going
is it my
to.
truck?
Is that TV again?
Is it my truck?
No, I'm not talking.
Yeah, who?
Is
the seatbelt in
No,
my truck?
We're not talking about that. I'm saying it should be a choice for you to wear a seatbelt.
Right.
But is there enough data out there to support that it's more than likely, a decent idea for you to wear your seatbelt? Is there data out there supporting that? Yeah. I mean, yes. Is there data out there that supports that it is an assistance? It can be an assistance in being more cautious, right? I'm not saying it should be a law. I'm just saying, is there data that supports that it's a good idea? And yes, I mean there is. There's data that supports that. What we're doing with these masks is that we're ignoring the fact that there are years and years of data, that supports that it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea to wear a mask. We're ignoring years and years of data that supports that the mask does not prevent you from contracting a virus. That the mask,
that's what's so frustrating.
That's my problem with it. That is my problem. I will tell you, if there wasn't years and years of this data that supports the exact opposite, and that they had scientific data that supports using the mask, and that, you know, that it's proven to, you know, to assist in you know, in not spreading these germs, and I could probably look at it differently. I still wouldn't want you telling me I have to do it, right? That's not, but I would probably look at it differently. But on top of the fact that, you know, that we are just completely ignoring, and we're talking about medical professionals who have taken millions and millions of my tax money to do this research, millions and millions of dollars that, you know, that they have taken to do this research that, you know, supported not using a mask and the disadvantages and the harmful effects of these masks for years upon years upon years. And you even said that, you medical professionals even said that still at the height of this virus, you were still saying that it's not a good idea to wear a mask, that healthy people shouldn't wear a mask, that you shouldn't be out there wearing, you know, walking around wearing a mask. And then you all of a sudden all flip the switch and, you know, now you want us to wear a mask. That's my problem here. And I
And it
cannot,
says right on the packaging. I mean,
I cannot understand why people are falling for this shit. That's my issue. My issue is that it's not that you know, you're fully informed and, you know, you understand, you know, that it's just, you know, a very, 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 very small precautionary measure, and that you choose to wear a mask because it just, you feel better about it when you walk out your door. Cool. If that's what you want to do, your choice. But now, you know, I've got my state telling me that I've got to send my kid to school with a muzzle on her face for 8 hours a day. Fuck you. That is not happening. That is insane. That's my crux here. That's my problem. You cannot ignore. You can't ignore all these years of medical research, you know, that have been, you know, it's proven to not work. It's proven to be harmful. It's proven to be, you know, a bad idea. And then in the course of a week, you know, we have some little freaking shrimp ass piece of shit who can't make up his mind to save his life get up there on a, you know, on a box I'm sure he's standing on behind that podium to tell you, now I want you to wear a mask because now I've decided it's a good idea. And we are all supposed to just flip our switches and be like, oh yeah, well, Fauci says it's a good idea, so almost, you know, I just, what is wrong with America? What is wrong with people?
I would have asked that 16 times. 16 times I've had a seatbelt violation. I own the truck.
Yeah, they don't pay
I
the
never
truck
need
payment.
anyone to tell me what to do inside the truck.
They don't pay your personal property taxes or your car payment.
In South Carolina, we have property taxes, so I pay those too.
Yeah, but you know, it's,
So
you
can
know.
somebody tell me how the hell you can tell me what to do in and out of my truck? Or at least just in. How about that?
Oh my God, greener pastures, that is an epic comment. You're right, 55 saves lives. Now it's 70.
No, that music is going to put us
75.
all to sleep, because I was almost asleep and then I heard
You're
Shady.
the only one who has a problem with it. I don't know. Just,
Oh, Jesus.
you know, go with it.
All right, Shady, you're up. I'm going back to sleep.
Like I went into 7-Eleven, my like go-to store. Like I thought I was like cool with the people that work there, you know. I thought we had a good relationship and everything, and I don't know. I went in there this last time, and he said, "Where's your mask?" And I just gave him a little ornery grin, like, kiss my ass, and he's like, you have to wear, of course, he's foreign. You have to wear a mask. This is not a game. This is not a joke, or this is serious, or some crap he was trying to say. And I'm like, whatever. I said, how long have I been doing business with you, and you're gonna just deny me, And he's like, I'll let you go this time, but next time, if you don't have a mask, you can't be in here. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like these people have just like totally just switched, And the time before that, before the actual mandate, crackdown happened, they had a little box of the little, I don't know, a little fancy, like not fancy masks, but like for kids. I don't know what they were. Like they were, these just for show like masks, like have little characters on them or whatever. And I picked up the mask package. I flipped it over and I read out loud to the whole freaking store. How it says, this mask does not protect you, whatever, from a virus. I read the fine print, and I could see the manager guy like burning a hole through my head. He was pissed. And and I don't know. I was just like, I just wanted to prove to them that it's a bunch of horse shit. And I don't know. So I won't be going back to 7-Eleven anymore. but yeah, I just
Why
I
are
read I,
you angry that you're reading the directions on a product that people are slapping on their face to do exactly
yeah
what
he,
it doesn't do?
yeah he was not happy because he was gonna, if people were, I don't know, he's gonna be losing money if somebody was actually in there to buy a fucking mask, and I read that shit. But I don't know. Then when I went in there, the last time I was in there, that little display was gone. It was not sitting there anymore. I don't know where it went, but it wasn't sitting there anymore. It was when them trigger buy items, that have right there on the counter for you to, a last minute thing you think of to get. But yeah, it wasn't there anymore.
Well, the fact is, I mean, honestly, there are plenty of people who are walking around with just handkerchiefs tied to their faces. What do they think
Yeah.
those? What's that preventing
Well,
exactly?
Jerome, Mr. Jerome, he showed everybody how to make one out of a T-shirt. And Pop Pop, Pop Pop, what was that his little speech with Pop Pop? And, he was like naming off all these different materials you could make one out of, an old scarf, an old T-shirt, and he like actually like showed like a little DIY project on how to make one out of a T-shirt. Did you guys see that, with rubber bands and a T-shirt? You like fold it a certain way, and then you hook some rubber bands on it for your ears, and you slap it on. I mean, that's our Surgeon General Jerome giving those instructions, advice to the United States citizens. So, go figure. Oh, golly.
Okay, I mean, that's insane. This is what I'm talking about, pure insanity. And these are the conversations that I want to. Nobody ever asks me why I don't have a mask on. Nobody ever approaches me. Nobody ever. I mean, if they look at me, it must be behind my back. I just don't get confronted about this stuff. I wish somebody would, because boy, would I have a serious conversation with these people.
Oh, Quick Trip, some lady,
You
I don't know
do
if she
have
was
Jill.
trying to tattle on me last night, but I walk in there without my mask and I go get my drinks and everything. And I I saw her like peek around the corner and see that I wasn't wearing a mask. She like made a special trip over to where I was to verify that I didn't have a mask on. And then she goes up to the cashier and she's like, why is it okay for some people to wear a mask and for other people not to have a mask? And I start walking up there, and the cashier is telling her about the exemptions, medically exempt people. And the cashier goes to hand me a mask and say, you need to wear this. And he didn't even get his little spiel out. And I said, I'm medically exempt. And he's like, okay, that's all it just shuts him off right there. And she like looked at me. I could tell I looked at it in my peripheral vision, and she was like looking, I don't know, like looking me up and down, like, I don't know, like I was waiting for her to like ask me outside, about it or something,
Interesting.
yeah, catch me outside. But I don't know, I was gonna like just give her the lowdown, but she didn't stick around. But I was gonna try to help her out, but I don't know. Maybe she was just pissed, because she had her mask on and she was wondering why some people had them on and some people didn't. And, cashier had to tell her. So people, I guess, don't even know about these exemptions. I think they're not even aware that there's exemptions that exist.
Well, Shady,
So,
you know that they don't make it very easy to find the exemptions.
yeah,
They're not making it very accessible.
right.
That's a perfect example right there. They know that they can't deny you based on the medically exempt. I mean, they've been schooled on that. And that's why Walmart, that whoever their person that came out and announced this, that they talked about how they're specially trained health ambassadors, aka door Nazis, are specially trained in handling those situations where people are not able to wear a mask. They're specially trained on how to handle that. And what
like
they mean by that is that they're going to, they'll ones that actually, might do the job that they were trained on. I'm guessing most of them will just let you go, but there will be ones that will try and get you to use their alternate services, which would be, curbside pickup or delivery. And they're going to ask you questions about your health. And I'm sure
can we just say Nenya business?
Well, you definitely can use the allergy story.
Yeah, that's gonna be my
I'd like
next
to
one, I
fuck
think.
you. How about that?
So, anyway, we lost Charles. Where did he go?
So
He's
sleep.
having some internet
He went to bed.
problems.
Where we're all going. Because I control this shit.
There was an announcement today on the quantum internet rollout from Chicago. It's on the PBS channel, Dylan, just so you know. And it's from the Department of Energy. So we do have a quantum internet rollout. It was announced today.
And what is this quantum?
It's a whole new way to approach the internet.
Are we using it right now?
Well, son.
No,
Or
rollout.
it's gotta. This has to shut down before the new one can start or something.
I'm not sure what the transition will be, but the announcement happened today, and it was in a partnership with the University of Chicago.
Oh.
But it's driven by the Department of Energy. This is all part of the plan.
Like CERN? Like a CERN thing?
No, this will be, it will be military protected. It will be it will be protected by the military, but it's,
6G.
we'll have to see how it turns out. But you know, it could be a whole entirely different experience than what we're all used to when it comes to the internet.
So are we getting the military's leftovers? They're done with that system? Because wasn't it like originally the internet was
Can I, Shady?
made for
you
the
said
military?
that. Shady,
Huh?
you said that. But shouldn't the military have more advanced weapons than we have as civilization? Or, I mean, just asking. Shouldn't the military have more specialized? Shouldn't their internet be faster? How about that? Let's just get down to the point.
Yeah, but you got pay money, of course. You know, they want your money for.
Well, the
Maybe that's gonna
military
go
has
away.
a zero budget. I mean, when I say zero, I mean like not like you. I mean, what's our internet cost? 60, 70 bucks for 200 gigabytes or megabytes a minute.
No.
How about theirs are 2 gigabytes a minute or 8 gigabytes a minute? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't they have that? That way, everything going around the world right now, they can intercept and be like, done though.
Are you done? With your question? B.
Sure.
They do have internet capability that we don't have, which is why they're so guarded on their ability to access certain broadband spectrums, which has been a huge issue with that Legato, which you recall we talked about that. Because
know
they
exactly
do.
what you're
I mean,
talking
the
about,
Department of what?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So they are very guarded with their with certain levels of broadband spectrum and the accessibility to that. But I mean, the quantum internet. There was a document. I thought I shared this on a live, but maybe I just shared it in the Discord. There's, the quantum future for the internet. That was something that was it's been something that's been talked about for years and years, but it was introduced, I think, in 2018, under obviously the Trump administration and in conjunction with the Department of Energy, and it is, I believe, supposed to be tied in or in support of our, a different financial system also. Quantum financial system.
Might as well let's start with Q. 17. It happens.
What was that?
Talking to myself. I said, why does that always start with a Q?
Oh.
Quantum Q.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's just part of the evolution of our change. Hopefully it's not. I mean, I think that, I'm going to keep positive here in regards to the this being a way to control the AI aspect of our future and technology, and prevent us, hopefully, from being sucked into a technocracy future, where AI takes over. So I'm hoping that's the plan behind all of this and the quantum internet. But the quantum internet could possibly allow us to surf the internet in ways we've never thought possible.
Because wasn't the internet originally for the military only? And I don't know how they gave it to us, but I just remember hearing that. And so that's why I said, are we getting the military's leftovers on this quantum thing? They used to use the quantum, and now they've upgraded to something bigger and better, and so we get the leftovers of this system that they've already, know all the ins and outs of. So we get it now. We get the hand-me-downs.
I don't know that I would look at it that way per se, I guess, but I will say that I don't know. This is such a hard conversation to have because honestly, what we've been told about the internet, what we've been told about, a lot of things is a complete farce. I mean, it's a complete lie. So, were we given access to the internet for a purpose? Yes, absolutely. But I don't believe that it is what we all believe. I don't believe that things are how we all believe they played out. Nothing's real. So how long the internet has been in existence, how long technology has been in existence. I mean, we don't know the truth on any of that. We don't know how long the quantum internet has been accessible. I mean, hell, if people were time traveling back in the day, then, quantum internet probably doesn't seem so new, does it?
Oh. So it's going to be like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But Dottie, I want an Oompa Loompa now.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a awesome movie. It creeps
She
some
wanted
people
a
out,
squirrel.
but
The squirrel. She wanted the squirrel.
oh, is that what it was? Yeah. A golden egg, the goose that lays the golden egg, or some freaking crap. I don't know. She wanted to take it home. Ah, golly. Flashback time.
Can you remind them one more time of what you're doing on Sunday, Kale?
You're having an interview with Christopher Fulton on the White Hat Media channel.
Can you explain to them who Christopher
Fulton is a person who came into possession of a watch that was deemed part of the assassination evidence of JFK. And so he writes a book on his experience. I just put the link in the chat again, and that will be Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific,
9
9
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. And I think we should probably wrap this up.
From what I've heard, this shit is good. This guy knows his shit about the JFK. I mean, I don't know anybody in this chat that don't know about JFK, so you want more answers.
It's really going to be in the interview. Just keep in mind when you're watching the interview that it's based, I mean, it is a true story, but it's based on a true story. They wrote it in a way that it could be released. He and his wife wrote the book in a way that it would be allowed to be released. And so, you really have to expand your mind and pay attention to every detail when you're reading the book. There may be goose eggs in there you find that you didn't expect.
Some golden goose eggs?
Yeah.
The biggest conspiracy of all time, JFK.
That sounds interesting.
of all time.
I'll tune in.
The biggest lie of all time.
That's more an accurate statement.
Happy birthday, Rusty.
Oh, is it Rusty's birthday?
Yep.
The rest of the signatures?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
Happy birthday, Rusty. Wherever you're at. I'm trying to look through the chat. I got two different things going on here.
I don't know her new name, so I'm gonna go with you guys, but I gotta go to bed at some point. I'm more willing to bring Dalen on and let you guys talk all night, and I'll just leave it.
I thought you were off on Fridays. You ain't off on Fridays anymore?
Shady.
Huh.
Stop telling secrets.
There's no secret.
Sorry.
No, I'm not off tomorrow. I got a lot of shit to do, so.
Okay.
Alright, so chapter mates is Rusty, huh?
Oh, okay.
And for didn't know.
Chapter marks.
Uh-huh.
That was new to me. All right,
Well,
so
thanks, everyone.
What is it, Fulton? Fulton? That's his last name?
Fulton, Fulton, Fulton.
Fulton coming on live Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8. Whatever. Who cares? I'm sure
It's gonna be on Paladins.
That's gonna be on the White Hat Media channel.
White Hat Media. All right.
There's a lot of people over there that read that book because I know they bought that book. So it's going to be a hell of a show. So
Yeah.
now, I came to you guys live from the bomb shelter number 6 from the Lady Justice channel tonight. But tomorrow, I plan on doing Lakeside number 4 this year. So.
Ooh.
It's been a long time since we had a lakeside chat. But I thought about changing up a little and doing a lake chat. Like actually being on the lake chat. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
No golf cart dark trail rides.
No, dark boat rides. Dark boat rides.
Oh.
Even better, right?
Yeah. Just don't do what
I will never
happened
live
at,
that one down, will I? I will never live that one down.
On Golden Pond. Don't reenact on Golden Pond, please.
Shit happens.
It's an old movie. Never mind.
I will never live the old golf cart chat down. Never, ever. But one day I'll do the same. I will take you back there again.
That was hilarious.
No kidding, but I would love to leave this chat just running. So if somebody wants to come in, I'll just... I don't care. Whatever you want. It's not my channel. I don't give a shit. And then here comes Lady Justice. Thanks, TV.
Will you just shut it down already?
With that being said,
Time to go.
time to go, apparently.
I don't know. excuse me. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Night.
Yeah, I'll probably mess your channel up, but
Sorry
I mean-
to crash the stream.
oh, hope you don't
That
have
was-
this shit monetized.
I'm not monetized.
All right, well, thank you, Shady J. Thank you, Charles Music. Miss Lady Justice, thank you for letting me borrow your channel tonight. Please watch the Fullerton? I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. But please watch that shit on the White Hat Media channel Sunday night at some time, whatever. 8 o'clock. Sure. Unless you're on the West Coast, then it's 6. But other than that, I love all you guys. I love Lady Justice. I love Miss Shady J. I love Charles Music. I love everybody that moderated the chat tonight. Didn't seem we had too many problems. And you know I gotta get out of my own way. So I'm gonna do this one for a war. Oh, Mr. Dennis Borden. Because I love him, man. I know he lives in a shithole. I know he lives in a shithole. So, buy that whiskey, brother.
No, I'm not going crazy, but lately my head and my heart seem to be at least 8,000,000 miles apart. And my heart says to love you, my head says to run. It's like my heart is too afraid to tell my head when it's done. I know that it could never be the way it was, even though you'll be the death of me. I can't give you up. Too much is not enough. It's not the love, it's not the lust that grips me. Whiskey. I've been drinking to remember in my mind. I got Jim Beam on my breath, and loneliness has got the rest. I've got nothing left within me. It must be the whiskey. Oh, I'm not going crazy, but lately these thoughts in my head are a whirlwind of a world of a million regrets. All the things I should have done, all the things I should have said, all the pain that comes with hating the mess you've made of yourself. I know I'm chasing rainbows, thinking I could make it work, but the fact is that my actions speak louder than my words, and it only makes it worse thinking of her, thinking she'll forgive me. Must be the whiskey. I've been drinking to remember and drinking to forget. I got I love you on my mind. I got Jim Beam on my breath, and loneliness has got the rest. I've got nothing left within me. It must be the whiskey. Jim Beam on my breath, and loneliness has got the rest. I've got nothing left within me. Sometimes it hits me whenever I'm a little tipsy. Oh, it hits me whenever I'm a little tipsy. It must be the whiskey.
right, guys. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you, KO, again for allowing me to do this on your channel.
It ain't
I
the
love you
money.
guys. God bless you.
It ain't
God bless
fame.
America. And on to the next.
It's a couple hundred
I love you
folks
guys.
like me out there screaming my last name. It ain't the record sales. It's my voice in the whippoorwills. 200 years down a long dirt road where there used to be moonshine still. American made, professional grade. Yeah, I'm built for tough, ain't much that I can't take. I got scars on my skin like my Chevy has dents, getting covered in mud every damn weekend. I'm 10 foot tall and American made. Red bone on the board, shotgun holding forward, safety turned off and a lock screen door. You don't wanna come snooping around my place. In the middle of nowhere, surrounded by good old boys in four-wheel drives to get down and dirty but still sing Amazing Grace. American made, professional grade. Yeah, I'm built for tough, ain't much that I can't take. I got scars on my skin like my Chevy has dents, getting covered in mud every damn weekend. I'm 10 foot tall and American made. I'm 10 foot tall and American made. Flagpole in the front yard flies the pride of the freedom of the place where I reside. And we clean up nice for church every Sunday. And we drop it half-mast and bow our heads for the good ones gone, cause we all bleed red. When it's said and done, I'll be in heaven fishing up in the shade. American made, professional grade. Yeah, I'm built for tough, ain't much that I can't take. I got scars on my skin like my Chevy has dents, getting covered in mud every damn weekend. I'm 10 foot tall and American